today we talk about, summer, how do we prepare for summer? So, Pitta, we are trying to understand that dosha today. It is the energy of digestion, assimilation, transformation. Now, what are the signs of balanced Pitta? A healthy appetite, good energy levels. When we have mental clarity, when our skin is glowing, Pitta maintains body temperature. It gives us that luster of skin. It gives us clarity of speech. If you see Pitta people, they'll stare right into your eyes. They are bold. Their vision, both mental, physical, is clear, crystal clear. What are the causes of Pitta aggravation? Summer is a cause of Pitta aggravation. Generally, if you eat very sour, salty, or pungent food, if you have too much fermented foods or yogurt or sour juices, junk food, they can cause an imbalance. So, outdoor activities in the afternoon, if we get exposed to the sun, emotional stressors, and then we are being very competitive, we are working too much, and we are not resting enough, that can aggravate Pitta. Now, what are the signs of aggravation? How do you know Pitta is aggravated? When skin is inflamed, there are hives, there are heat rashes. Premature graying of hair and hair fall is a sign of Pitta. If we don't balance Pitta, that can happen. Sleep, insomnia, generally Vata Pitta people are prone to insomnia. Digestion, more acid in the system, hyperacidity, heavy bleeding of any type, menstruation, sharp headaches, related to heat, you go out in the sun or you miss a meal. Then in the mind, rajas increases. Rajas is a guna of the mind. The rajas is, that irritable quality, competitive, jealous, critical. And then, whenever there is a joint pain, we say, okay, Vata is involved. But when there's burning and redness, inflammation, there is Pitta involved. Vertigo and dizziness, thirst, excessive sweating, and body odor. 5 tips to balance Pitta. So we said the 3 pillars of health are diet, lifestyle, and sleep. Let's build off that. When we talk about diet in Ayurveda, we talk about food, liquids, breath, and sensory perceptions. In foods, to balance Pitta, favor bitter, sweet, and astringent foods. And then dairy, all forms of dairy is good. Ghee is great. Avoid overeating. Pitta has good hunger. Please don't overeat. And hydrate enough. Slow down, cool down, meditate regularly. Very important. Be mindful about not being competitive. Don't overwork. And then in your exercise, you do meditative slow yoga. Avoid over exercising. And then in your pranayam, you can do Nadi Shodhan, Shitali, Shitkari, Brahmari, Ujjayi. And then sleep regularly. Your Ratri Charya should be regular. Now, the yoga for Pitta should be meditative and slow with gentle movements, spinal twists, during back bends and spinal compressions. Just be mindful. Focus on the navel and solar plexus. Now, during the summer, some added guidance. Take a short nap in the afternoon during summer. And your exercise should be moderate during cooler times. Try swimming. Try walking in the morning and evening, nature walks. Avoid anything intense. Avoid saunas. And then wear light cotton clothes. Don't go out in the sun. Wear sunscreen, or a hat. Now, foods should be lighter and easier to digest in the summer. Try coconut water. Coconut water is so nourishing. Now, when there is excess heat in the system, what do? 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds you can soak overnight, and you don't even have to boil it. You can just strain it and add 1 teaspoon of raw sugar or mishri and drink it. Rice water. If you rinse half cup basmati rice in 2 cups of water, rinse it nicely, keep rinsing it, and then add 1 teaspoon of mishri and drink that water. That will help with excess heat. Excess heat is a condition called daha. Then the other thing is sattu. A lot of athletes have that in India. It is a flour which is used by preparing dry roasted Bengal gram or chana or barley, some millets, maybe cashew, almonds, and then you can take 2 teaspoons, add it in 1 glass of water with some cumin powder and Himalayan pink salt, and add lime and garnish with mint leaves. Mint is also cooling. So this is overall cooling and high in protein. Now let's talk about skin types. And we've discussed this before, but there are different skin types. So a Vata skin type is dry, like the nature of Vata. It could be thin, cool, and it can get dehydrated. So it does need nourishing. People can get dark circles, skin can be chapped, lips can be chapped, it can wrinkle easily, and it can be grayish. Pitta is ruddy, they blush easily. It can be sensitive, photosensitive, like sensitive to light. They are prone to freckles and moles, and they can have rashes, acne, hyperpigmentation, inflammation. Kapha is moist and oily. It's very tolerant of the skin, but it can be clammy, and people can get edema, blackheads, pimples. So whenever you're doing a skincare regimen, you need to understand what is your skin type. Now, what are the summer skin imbalances? What starts happening in the summer? Acne, sunburn, heat rashes, then dark spots, inflamed red skin. Now, skincare regimen with Shankara, do a daily abhyanga or self-massage. Even in the summer, you can do an abhyanga, at least weekly with coconut oil. And Shankara has soothing body oil, which you can use. Use the hydrating cleanser, which is for dry, normal, sensitive skin. It's important to remove makeup in the night, remove impurities, and then exfoliate. That is particularly, if you have Kapha, oily skin, there is a microcrystal exfoliator that Shankara has. Now, Ghee Sutra, I talk about that a little bit. It is based on Vedic formulation, an Ayurvedic ancient formulation, right? And it's very nourishing, even as it exfoliates, especially for dry skin. Then repair and regenerate your skin. So serums, Ageless Serum is a formulation which restores skin balance. And then there's Timeless Restorative Skin Elixir, which is Tridoshik. Now, in your skincare regimen, you should moisturize your skin. So there's a fine line moisturizer, which is for sensitive, dry Pitta skin. Kumkumadi oil is another Vedic formulation which has Manjishtha, red sandalwood, saffron, Ushira. Now, I wanted to give you some tips about a do-it-yourself face pack. You take the mung bean powder, 4 parts, and you add Yashti Madhu, 1 part to it. Yashti Madhu is very nourishing for the skin. Add the red sandalwood powder, turmeric powder, Manjishtha, honey and cream, and mix it up nicely. That will give you a great face pack. And this is something you can make at home yourself. And you can apply with your hand, neck up to forehead, and wait for half an hour till it dries and wash it off. So this face pack is great. Now there are some specific remedies I wanted to talk about. For acne, it's because of sweating and the sebum, clogging pores, the oil. So avoid chemical makeup. Use natural sunscreens. Wear hats and cleanse your face 2 or 3 times a day. So then, what are some of the simple solutions that you can use? Yes, now when you go from one season to the other, spring to summer, in the 2 weeks of transition, we call it Ritu Sandhi. We tell people be very mindful, right? Try to eat light. You're transitioning, your body is transitioning, so be very careful. So I want to end with 5 tips for good summer skin health. Making sure you hydrate enough and sleep enough. Meditation, relaxation, gentle yoga and exercise. Don't overdo it. Herbs like turmeric, neem, amlaki, sandalwood, manjishta, brahmi and aloe vera, as advised by an Ayurvedic practitioner, a nourishing dinacharya, daily regimen. So these are your 5 tips for a good summer skin health.